Welcome, everybody, to your 7-day chakra class. I'm so excited you're here to join me. Today is the root chakra, and I'm going to go into, before we start with the root, I want to just give you a little bit of background, some history about chakras. So, the word chakra is from the Sanskrit word meaning wheel. It was first mentioned in the Vedas, in ancient Hindu texts from around 1500 BCE. And throughout history, many cultures, including the Egyptians, the Hindus, the Sufis, the Greek, Native Americans, and Incas, they've all known about these energy centers or chakras. They were known as the reflection of the natural law that exists within the universe and interconnectedness within ourselves. So, a chakra is an energy vortex. It is like a spinning disc that transports energy throughout the body. So, this energy, this universal energy, comes from the top of our head, and it's about six inches or so above our crown, and it is within the um, energy body. Um, So the chakras aren't necessarily in the body; they're a part of the auric body. So they're on the energy body. Um, the chakra filters down energy from source, and it's filled like if you think about it. So at the very top of our um, chakra system, we have seven main chakras. So the seven main chakras are the crown, the third eye, the throat, the heart, the solar plexus, the sacral, the root. There are two other chakras that I normally incorporate into my practice, which is the sun star. The sun star is about 6 inches above the head from the crown. And then we also have the earth star, which the earth star is about 6 inches below the earth, beneath your feet. So they're not necessarily connected within the body system, but it's still in your auric field. The Sun Star, I think of it like a bouncer at a club. So it kind of this energy center filters out any nonsense coming through for you, um, and it only allows the highest good of energy to come forward. So I want to give you just a good overview of the chakra system. So some people, or not some people, but there are many writings about our 12 chakras, and then they also say we have up to 100. But we're going to just focus on the seven that are very well known here in the Western world. And this also just gives us a really good idea of like working within ourselves. Because once we start going deeper, then we're talking about more spiritual. So our chakra system is interconnected to our physical and spiritual body. It helps us move emotions through the body. So the energy, and it also helps us process energy from other humans, animals, and the earth. The chakra stores emotions and memories and is connected to specific organs and glands within the body. So, when we get in touch with these energy centers with our chakras, we start understanding the body more deeply, and we're learning how each chakra works and what the purpose is. And it will help you become more connected with your body, your emotions, and that will help you with your healing process so that you can become more in depth and connected with yourself. These chakras also connect to our lymphatic system and endocrine system, and it helps clear any unwanted energy, any stagnation within the system. This process is so important for our general health and prevention of disease or illness. And we need to take the time to nourish the chakras every day. So touching in with your chakras every day is super important. Chakras do not exist in the physical body. Rather, they're on the subtle body. The vibration of the energy that surrounds every living thing, from cell to plant to human, these energy bands create an auric field. And there are seven main auras around the human body, and these regulate all of our physical and spiritual functions in correspondence to various parts of the subtle body. So the physical body generates energy that's vibrational, and it vibrates slowly. In the way it appears in our physical eyes is to be solid. As you move out of your physical body, um, the layers of the auric field, you'll start seeing the layers of the auric field, which includes the etheric, the emotional, celestial, the causal body, and each field vibrates slightly faster than the chakras, which direct energy into the physical body and and moves throughout the physical body into the moves from the energy body into the physical body. So in the 7-day course here coming up, today's day 1, we are going to be talking about the root. And then tomorrow you'll be receiving a video about the sacral, and then solar plexus, heart, throat. And then Friday, you're going to get a video about the third eye and the crown. And then on day 7, I'm going to send you a Zoom link, and we're going to get together in the mid-morning, and we are going to have a Q&A. So that's where you can come with all your questions of everything you've learned over the week. And we're also going to do a healing session. So this is really awesome. I'm really excited to share that all with you guys. So we are going to go ahead and start with the root chakra. So the root chakra is called the Muladhara. It is in Sanskrit. Its meaning is I am. So your root chakra is located at the base of your spine. It's where your perineum is located, between the anus and the genitals. It goes down your legs to the base of your feet. Your roots can then grow into the earth, creating a grounded connection to the earth energy and into Mother Nature. This chakra is the element of earth. So it's associated with red. That's why I'm wearing red today, a deep red, dark brownish red. This chakra is also connecting to your sense of safety and security. So we're going to get into that. All right, so this chakra is formed at age in conception, so in the womb, in the utero, up to age 12 months or 1 year out of the womb. So if you think of the womb, this is a place where there's security and growth. And when this space is compromised in any way, stress from your mother, nutritional deficiencies, drugs or alcohol, or mental or emotional abuse, any kind of physical impacts that the mother would have been a part of, this will have effect on the fetus. And they have done studies showing that this is very true. And so the root chakra can form as a safe, secure chakra. And it was not grown in, like a fetus might not have grown in that space. And when we come out of the womb, we need the assurance of safety even more, as we've left this warm, comfy womb space. And we are exposed to the harsh realities of this world, unfortunately, right? So if a child is left to cry or not fed right away, these basic needs are then doubted and then impacted by this root chakra development. So this develops as a disassociation or distrust of the outside world as an infant, when you aren't cared for in the way you need for safety and security. So right away, we probably all had an underdeveloped root chakra, honestly, which unfortunately does not help with the future. As we age, we still look for our basic needs to be met with food, clothing, shelter, water, health, and material needs and emotional needs. And if we do not feel 100% safe in these spaces as we age, we have underactive root chakras. This is where a lot of anxiety and fear resides. When I'm working with clients, that's what I see is fear and anxiety within the root. because we don't feel safe. And so our root contains family values, beliefs, heritage, feelings about ourselves, our right to exist, our right to occupy space, our right to be loved, and our right to have our needs met. And this programming affects our basic needs, including money, love, being loved, sex, food, air, housing, material, energy, and energy for achieving our life purpose. So the Molihara means support the root, and this is the keeper of the beginning. When we are not connected to the earth, our bodies react and disorders manifest, affecting the sacrum and spine and the erection or sexual organs. The root is linked to the endocrine system. In women, in these glands, they're located in the ovaries and produce the hormones estrogen and progesterone. And estrogen is also found, promotes secondary female characteristics and menstrual cycles, and can be found in the placenta, the adrenals, and the male testes. Progesterone prepares the uterus for the fertilized egg. And so in men, these are the testes, which produce the hormone testosterone, which develops and maintains male characteristics and produces sperm. So, meaning that those things can all really be affected on then the evolution of the human, right? So, if our root chakra has a hard time thriving as we are conceived, and then throughout our whole lifetime, we have a hard time with our root chakra, then as we age and have our own families, it is hard for us to conceive and have children because our root chakra is not balanced. We don't feel safe. So if we don't feel safe, it's hard to bring a child into the world if we're not feeling safe. So this chakra is the first of the 7 chakras, and we can connect with them. When it's balanced, we'll connect with our partners, and we have a trust in this chakra, feeling aligned and feeling safe. But when trust is broken, there's now a mistrust and imbalance within that root chakra. So again, think of, we have heartache. We'll talk about the heart and how that affects the heart chakra, but it also, having a heartache, a breakup will affect that root chakra, that mistrust, and then it brings imbalance within the root. So some physical symptoms of the root chakra, some kind of dysfunctions that might come up for the root chakra. You might have chronic lower back pain. You might have issues with the sciatica, varicose veins, rectal tumors, cancer, hemorrhoids, constipation, degenerative arthritis, knee problems, depression, immune-related problems, and weight problems. Some of the mental and emotional issues that might come up would be physical, family, and group and safety security. So not feeling safe within your family dynamics. The ability to provide for life's necessities and ability to stand up for oneself is what's like super important within that space as well. So the blockages, again, in the root chakra are fear of being alive, guilt, and anxiety. And so balancing out this chakra, how do we do this? We've gotten a lot of information so far of what's important about this chakra, why it's there, what it's all about. So it's about our safety, sense of security, our basic needs. And unfortunately, with the root chakra, or at least our lower 3 chakras, there is not a quick fix. There isn't a meditation that you can do to just make it heal up and go away. We actually have to physically be involved in the physical world with healing it. So with our root chakra, it might look like making sure your basic needs are met, right? So maybe it is making sure you have food, water, safety, security. You might need to do some healing with your parents, with womb healing. You also might need to do physical activity. So I'll get into that here. So when we balance out this root chakra, we have to look at movement as a really great way to get this chakra opened and connected back with ourselves. So you can do movement with like running, exercise, yoga. Really, it's actually like the best is for you to really connect with the earth. Um, my number one go to for my clients, I always say, is grounding. So we want to make sure that we're always grounding, getting outside barefoot whenever you can, if it's not the winter, um, being connected to the earth and just standing firm. Another really great, seemingly kind of simple and really silly way to balance your root chakra is to stand in power pose. So you just stand in normal positions, to stand on your feet and then put your hands on your hip and you stand in a power pose. And this power pose actually has been shown by scientific study to help boost confidence and help people calm themselves, especially when they have to do like a speech, if they have to go on stage for stage fright. So they call it the power pose because it helps invoke this sense of power. And just imagine standing outside in the earth and really taking on that power. It's really beautiful. So try doing the power pose. And you might feel like a little 2-year-old and kind of silly, but that's okay. That's important too. Let that inner child come out. But standing in that power pose will be really impactful. So again, like when we're doing exercise, I'm talking about something where you're really connecting with the ground, with the earth. Yoga is super beautiful and clearing and cleansing. So if you can get into a yoga practice, that's great. And any kind of like exercise too. Hip openers in yoga would be really great. So doing squat, anything within squat pose or pigeon pose. You can also do Happy Baby is like one of my favorites. And that again is kind of just letting things go, being free, releasing yourself. So Happy Baby is a really great one as well. You can find tons of information on YouTube on root chakra yoga sequences. There's tons of it out there. So just pay attention to what feels good. Don't push yourself either. And just be mindful of how your body feels in that moment. Also, notice when you're doing these exercises, have a journal with you, have it beside you. Emotions might come up when you're doing some of these exercises. So take some time to write down what emotions are coming up and what you're feeling. Another thing that we want to do when we're working on balancing the root chakra is establishing boundaries. So this might be with relationships, with yourself. Creating really good boundaries is a great way to build up your chakra. You want to connect with the earth, like I said, really connecting the earth and the body together, getting on nature walks, massage. So any kind of physical healing we can do through massage, cranial sacral therapy, any kind of yoga or exercise. Dancing, this is such a great way to do healing for the root chakra. Let yourself go, let the freedom take over and just dance. So those are our physical ways to really connect with the root chakra. Also getting more in touch with your finances. So really balancing things out, looking at your finances, getting more aligned with your finances. Getting more in touch with your needs and are your needs being met? So really kind of having a conversation with yourself and really looking at, what needs are being met, what aren't, and coming up with a balance for those things. So foods, there's some foods that you can use to connect a little bit more deeply with your root chakra. And these are root vegetables. So beets, potatoes, carrots, anything that's a really great earthy root vegetable will be super healing for the root chakra. So crystals, you could use different crystals to help connect with your root chakra as well. You can use a ruby, black tourmaline, obsidian, onyx, red jasper, and smoky quartz. Those are all my favorites. I love using those. If I want to do a meditation and connect with my root chakra, I'll grab some of those crystals and have them with me. Essential oils that you can use. So you could get an oil blend and place it on your body somewhere, or do a room spray. But the best essential oils to use for your root chakra would be sandalwood, myrrh, vetiver, and patchouli. So I want you to now, we've got a couple minutes left. We're going to just take a moment and be quiet and see if we can touch in and connect with that root chakra. So I invite you to just get comfortable wherever you are. I hope you're not driving. And we are going to sit with our legs on the floor. So I want you to feel that connection with the earth. And we're going to take a nice big deep breath in, and you can close your eyes, because sometimes closing your eyes helps you feel and connect a little bit more with the root chakra, or just anything in general. So we're going to take a deep breath in, and we're going to bring that breath all the way down to your root. So I want you to bring it all the way down to your perineum. You can feel maybe the breath coming down and creating a little bit of heaviness down in between the sit bones. And take another nice deep breath in and breathe all the way down, connecting deep into that sits bones area. And as you sit there with your root chakra, I just want you to get a sense of what's happening there for you. Can you connect? Do you feel like, yep, I can sense it, I can see the color red, or I can feel the color red, I can feel heat, I can feel cold? What sensations are coming up for you? Maybe journal it down. What are you feeling in that root chakra? Do you see anything? Do you feel? Do you hear? Can you touch anything? Beautiful. And just notice, are there emotions coming up for you in this chakra? And we're not going to examine them. We're not going to dig into it. We're just going to notice. Are they there? You can journal them down if you feel like it, but again, we're just noticing. And now, as we sit with this root chakra, I invite you to say, I am safe. You can say it out loud, you can say it in your head, whatever makes you feel comfortable. But really connecting down to that root chakra, I am safe. Very good. Now you can take a nice big deep breath in and breathe out. And you can open your eyes if they're not open yet and come back into the room. Very good, you guys. Thank you for joining me on chakra number 1 on your root chakra. So your challenge this week will be, each day you're going to be presented with each chakra, and we're going to keep connecting with each one. But as we connect with each one, I want you to continue to go back to the one that we did the previous day and connect to each one as we keep growing. So do a little touch in today with it. Get outside, do some grounding if you can, and just take a moment to check in and see what's going on with the root chakra for you. Write down any questions you have, And you can email me the questions if you want them answered before Saturday. Otherwise, hold on to them and then I'll answer them on Saturday. So thanks again so much. And I will send out sacral chakra tomorrow morning.